What is the second biggest thing that impacts your ranking on Etsy outside of SEO? Today, I'm going to give you this big key to getting found on Etsy: visual optimization, or having a very specific type of thumbnail photo. You will learn how to create thumbnails that stand out in search results. You'll learn how to optimize your file names and your alt text. You'll learn how to use your 10 image slots effectively, and you'll learn how videos impact your search ranking. Why does this all matter? Well, if you don't do this, your click-through rate will tank, which means you will rank lower in search results and your overall traffic will go down. And we want as many people as possible who have the opportunity to click into your listing to actually click in. And the longer your shop is visually unoptimized, the harder it will be to turn it around. So let's get this fixed today. If you're new here, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jaris, and I'm an Etsy seller of over 8 years. I've made over $1 million on the platform, and I also sell on Shopify and Amazon. But my whole background is corporate e-commerce, and now I have a company of about 31 people, and we are teaching thousands of Etsy sellers how to scale their businesses using corporate e-commerce principles. Before we get started, comment below traffic if you are seeing a major traffic problem in your shop. How do you know if you have low traffic? I recommend aiming for 20 visits per listing per day. So go ahead and look at your visits, take the number of listings and multiply them by 20. And that's what you should aim for your daily visits. And for views, just go ahead and double that. So step 1 to visually optimizing a listing is understanding your value proposition. And this is the thing that will make someone click in from search results. What is your value proposition? It is your combination of your listing photo and your price point. These are the two things that people are really comparing when they are going through Etsy search. To really win, when you have no track record with your shop or with a listing, you really have to win on both your listing photo and your price point. Both of these have to be better than the current market leader. Most Etsy sellers, when they're just starting out, they're actually losing on both of these fronts. When you first publish a listing and when you are a brand new shop, that new listing, it has a neutral quality score. And if you are not winning with your value proposition when you publish a listing, you will start to get a negative quality score because the customers are telling Etsy when they have the opportunity to click on your listing, they don't want to click on it. So how do you fix your value proposition? It is not simply undercutting everyone else in price. That alone is not enough. Now, I do recommend always making sure that you are at least 10% less expensive than the market leader if you are truly trying to take market share. You should also be improving your main thumbnail. And sometimes that's by having a better quality image. Maybe it's by having better lighting. Maybe it's by having more of that thing, that product in the image itself. So they're seeing a low price point, but a lot of the product. Sometimes it's by having the most expensive size or option that you offer within a listing in the thumbnail photo. Sometimes it's associating in your thumbnail photos with premium brands, or it could be adding words as overlays like free shipping, made in the USA, fast shipping. So let's go through a couple examples of thumbnails, and I'm going to show you how to fix these. So here is an example of a bad value proposition. The product itself doesn't look that good. You can't really tell the size and the scale. I see $14.95 and this price point. Not ideal. Now, when we take a look at another option for comparison under candles, here's an example. Similar price point, $14.40, Etsy's pick. There's a lot of the thing in the photo. So the customer, as they're scrolling, they are seeing $14.40, less expensive than this option, but they're seeing more of the thing. They're also seeing the size and scale of the thing because of the hand in the photo. So completely different value proposition. Let's take a look at another example. $22 in 7 cards. Oh my goodness, we have one photo, no idea what the size and scale is. I'm seeing something that looks dingy on a wall with marks on it compared to this one, $25, but look at this, bestseller, right? Custom 2 lines. So they're showing a more expensive version of the sign because there are 2 lines, 2 different fonts. They're showing the size and scale because they are showing it next to a crib, which is 52 inches. Now, most people have a general idea of how big a crib is. So this is huge. This is over 4 feet of signage. They're also showing customize. They're calling it wood. They are saying ships next day. That's increasing the perceived value. And they show that they have a font preview tool, which is a huge value to people who want to know what it looks like before they buy it. Now, in terms of alt text and image file names, a lot of people are thinking, do I need to name the image file something specific in order to get traffic? traffic. The image file name does not directly impact your Etsy SEO. However, it can impact your SEO on other platforms such as Pinterest. The text that Etsy looks at is primarily the text-based parts of a listing, such as the titles, tags, descriptions, and attributes, as well as alt text. But Etsy does look at these image-related factors. So the image quality will increase your click-through rate and conversion rates, which indirectly will boost your SEO and how well your SEO works for you. They also remind us that listings with better engagement, right, a higher click-through rate, they do tend to rank higher. And then in terms of the alt text itself, anything that would have an image that you want to show up for certain keywords in Google, you will want to put alt text behind that. For example, care instructions, right? On a t-shirt for teachers, do you really need to put alt text surrounding t-shirts, teachers on the size chart? Probably not. So on any image that relates to the product and would get someone to click in and buy, that's where you want to make sure you have your alt text. Now, what about these 10 images? You're like, I only have one image. I only have one mock-up. Like maybe you're selling clip art or something like that. You need to use all 10 spots. And the reason is that this product page is your sales page. They are your chance to convert a customer. Imagine like Zillow with a photo of the outside of the house, but nothing inside. Zillow knows that in order to convert someone, they need to have lots of pictures. With your Etsy listing, same thing. And the photos, they don't all have to be of the product itself. It could be other details that would help convince someone to buy. It could also be things that handle people's objections about buying. Maybe they're comparing you to the competition. They're wondering what the pros and cons are, what the differences are. You could actually lay that out for them. This is a place to convert someone into a customer, and we want to leave no opportunity unturned in doing so. Product itself in use, lifestyle photos, photos showing the fit, photos showing information, customer reviews and feedback. There's actually 18 different types of photos that lead to a high conversion rate. Your conversion rate and your click-through rate has a lot to do with how visible you become. And your conversion rate could actually be a big reason that your traffic is tanking. Etsy sees a low conversion rate on a listing and they think that your product is missing relevance for those keywords. So you have got to pull out all the stops to convert your customers. Now, let's talk about video because I see a lot of the same issues happening over and over with video. It often happens when people are turning their own photos into videos by making a Canva slideshow. This is when someone hovers over it and it just flips to another angle of that product. Your slideshow video is actually looking like another photo and people aren't staying hovered over long enough to actually see the full video. So you need a video that provides a lot of visual motion to really catch the eye. A lot of people with videos often tend to focus so much on the product instead of the process as well. You could really create so much more trust with your customers if you just focus on the process. So make sure that with your video, you are being transparent with your process. Now, if you are not winning in search results with your value proposition, then I recommend taking all these recommendations from today's video and implementing them today. First, implement them on the listings that have the most traffic because that will increase the click-through rate the most. That is where you have the most leverage currently. And where you have the most leverage is where you will see the fastest results. And if you are struggling with traffic, just comment below traffic and feel free to link your shop because we'd love to take a look and let you know if your value proposition is missing. All right, you guys, I will see you all in the next one.
Until now, I didn't really have many sales in my Etsy shop. Almost 2 months ago, I bought the course. I can see a steady growth, increase in my views, especially in my conversion rate, which was very low before.